Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you for stopping by. Let's get to it and see what Spirit is saying for you this week. So we're starting out with an awesome power card. We're starting out with the Star. We have Death, so some big changes coming for you. The Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. Shaping up nicely here. We have the Eight of Cups. Ooh, the Nine of Cups, or the Knight of Cups, excuse me, not the Nine, the Knight of Cups. Ooh, 10 of Cups. And the Four of Swords. So, we are definitely talking about some emotional stuff going on for you this week, Sagittarius. You're okay with that. You're very, very open-hearted, very idealistic. So the way that you look at life and the way that you tend to carry yourself, you're going to be really good with this heavy emotional week that we're seeing for you. But starting out, the Star, really a great card to start out with. The Star is speaking of inspiration and being open to new things, being able to really, to think is to create. I always love to say for this one. So pretty much if you're thinking about it or you're really concentrating on it, it's just going to kind of form for you. It's going to happen for you. So this week, Sagittarius, that optimistic nature that you have is really going to come in handy because you're going to be able to look at just about any situation in a very positive way. If it's not positive, you're going to have that strength and that creativity and that inspiration to make it positive. So turn lemons into lemonade, Sagittarius. But we also have Death here. And now Death is the card that is talking about big changes, possibly even transformation. So it's a change for the better that's happening, but that clearing has to happen, that ending, a big ending has to happen in order for this really big change to happen for you. So saying with that Star that you have that inspiration, that you have that drive for something really good to happen, and then having Death saying that yes, something is going to end, something that might have even been blocking this positive energy is going to be stopping so that something new can happen, so that that Star can really work its magic for you, Sagittarius. So things are going to be ending and beginning, and you're going to feel that rejuvenation. You're going to feel capable of accomplishing a lot of different goals. So this is the week that you're going to feel those things that have been blocking you. You might not have even realized that something was blocking you and your success and your happiness and your creativity, and now all of a sudden it's going to happen for you. This change is going to happen. This big change is going to happen and allow your inspiration, your creativity. It's going to allow the Star to blossom. It's going to allow you to blossom. So since we're talking about that, let's look at your emotional cards because they are kind of taking over your reading. So with this much emotion, I'm thinking that that change is probably going to be a relationship for you, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be a bad thing. Like we said, it's going to end up opening you up to new things. It's going to end up giving you that freedom, that wonderful sense of anything is possible. So it might be the ending of a relationship for you. It could be the beginning of a relationship for you. But either way, I feel like that change, that transformation is going to happen for you in the emotional realm. So starting with your Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups is talking about wishful thinking and making good choices. So again, with that change being, or that end being something emotional or relationship related, that Seven of Cups is saying, yeah, it is your choices, something you've been wishing for in your heart of hearts. That's what's happening. Your best choice is going to be happening with that Seven of Cups. So Death is definitely necessary for you so that you can be open to that, so you can embrace that inspiration and make the change that you want to, relationship-wise, emotionally. Then you have the Eight of Cups. And again, talking about a turning point for you, being able to make a decision to change for the better. So lots of stuff is going to change for you this week, Sagittarius, and in the emotional realm. Something emotional. We're not saying lovers or partners. emotional. So this could be something with your family. This could be something that you just feel like it needs to happen to make things better, but it's going to be difficult more than likely. It's going to take a really big change. It's going to take death to happen. It's going to take the end of this thing for something new and better to happen. And you should embrace it and be open to it because it will be for the better for everyone involved. I'm just feeling like this change is going to be better for everyone involved. And then you have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is simply talking about pure flirtation, just really fun. Not necessarily a romantic type of flirtation in this case, but just really being open to new things, being willing to say, throw caution to the wind. I feel like the Knight of Cups in this case, even though it is an emotional card, it's talking about just being open. You know, you're open to everything, unblocking and open to everything. You're just willing to flirt with all sorts of stuff. So that's how I'm seeing the flirtation for you this week, Sagittarius. And then with your Ten of Cups is talking about feeling like you really have connection with your fellow human beings, really feeling connected to your loved ones. So the connection that you need is going to happen because you just have all these emotional energies just flying all over the place. They are definitely, they're changing, they're ending, they're beginning. You're open to new things. You're flirting with all sorts of different ideas, just really open to a lot of things. Because when you think about your emotion, your heart, not so much your brain, but your heart, your sense of intuition are going to be really finely tuned for you this week, Sagittarius. So I feel like that's where that emotion is coming from. It's just really going to keep you open-minded, but through your heart. If that makes sense, you're going to be very open to all sorts of experiences that will enrich you more emotionally than anything. And then with your Ten of Cups, remember that sense of connectedness. The Seven of Cups talking about being able to really use all of that to make your best choices. So definitely emotional changes here. That emotion, there's a reason that that's so strong for you this week, Sagittarius. So then let's look at your Four of Swords, your challenge, and that one's talking about taking a break from your normal routine so that you can recuperate if you haven't been well, or if you've been going through a very emotional time that was unpleasant. Also being able to realize when you need to just have some time away from your normal routine so that you can also be capable of making some big changes and big decisions. So even your challenge card, your Four of Swords, is talking about these big changes, that are coming for you, and that's a good thing. Change is wonderful, and I think in this case, your relationships with other people, your loved ones, all of that is going to get better. And especially if it's a long-term relationship, you definitely want that to happen. So be open to this. When you start to feel it, when you see it coming, embrace that. Then last but not least, your Pentacles, your Five of Pentacles. It's talking about feeling isolated, feeling like you financially are not capable of what you want. I think that you're going to be busy with your emotional world and what's happening to you from the heart, not so much your finances, but that sense of isolation might be fed into because of all of that. So just be aware of it, and be a little bit more mindful of your financial world and what's going on within it. But the focus here is going to be your emotions and what's happening with you and those you love and the people in your world. That sense of connectedness that you're feeling with the Ten of Cups is going to be with everyone you interact with, I would think. Not necessarily total strangers, but it's going to be your loved ones, your friends, your co-workers, people that you know and you interact with. Going to be a lot of connectedness with them, and that's going to just spread out. So that is what I am seeing for you this week, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me. And I invite you to tune in for my Weekend Energy show, which airs this Thursday. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you.